For Yah, righteousness, Jerusalem, and the Holy See, peace. We're going to play a conversation that I had with this person 2 years ago. Now, this is January 6th, 2014. And this conversation took place December 25th, 2011. Okay, so it's just a little over 2 years ago when this conversation took place with this person here in Chicago, and he set up a movement called he's got YHWHudah is our vindicator, but he pronounces the YHWH as Yahuwah. And this conversation is the second conversation. It's really the fourth one that we had over a period of time, fourth or fifth, but it's the last one that we had. But it's the second one per se in regards to what you're going to hear on this recording about the eating or not eating of chicken and turkey, eating cow's milk, of which this person advocates, and which, you know, we don't here at Yah Righteousness, from how we see Deuteronomy chapter 32 and Leviticus, what is it? I think it's the the 20th chapter, okay, of Leviticus, chapter 20, the 25th verse, where it says, "You shall therefore put difference between clean beast and unclean, between unclean fowls and clean, and you shall not make your souls abominable by beast, or by fowl, or by any manner of living thing that creeps on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean." So this person, like I said, advocates eating chicken and turkey. You'll hear him talk about this in this conversation that lasts about a little over 4 hours. Okay, you know, this person wanted to record this conversation between him and myself. Like I said, this is about the fourth or fifth one that we had over a period of about 1.5 years. And he advocates eating chicken and turkey and cow's milk. And so he, you know, goes into the book to try to substantiate his stance, which again, you know, we still don't have a meeting of the minds. I still advocate what, you know, we've put out here at Yah Righteousness. But I want you to listen, everyone, to listen to this conversation. That's why we're putting it up, and that's why I'm doing this introduction to it. And then you can decide, draw your own conclusions from what you hear and from what's in the book. And also, we had already had a previous discussion, the prior discussion about these things, but also about the Sabbath day, and basically what constitutes the beginning of a 24-hour period, or, you know, because he looks at day, when he sees day in the book, as being just the daylight hours of a 24-hour period. And he also advocates that the light part of the day precedes the dark part of the day, which again we disagree on. And you're going to hear this. And like I say, everybody out there that hears it, you draw your own conclusion. But again, I look at it as very well could be, because this person that you're going to hear, his name is David ben Israel. And from what I understand, what he told me he was raised an Israelite. His mother found out that, she was Israel and that we are Israelites when she was pregnant with him. And he's about 46 to 47 years old now. He was 44 years old when we had this conversation that you're going to hear. And he had been with this studying under this particular teacher for basically all his life. And it's just some things that, like I said, and you're going to hear me tell him near the end of this conversation, when basically I just saw that he wasn't going to see from, we didn't have a meeting of the mind, and I just basically said, okay, that's it, because he just couldn't understand where, how I see it. He couldn't understand what this is communicating in these places in regards to these topics and these situations. So I just basically said, I ceased and desist. And you're going to hear me basically say that at the end when I basically stop talking per se. So you draw your own conclusions, and those of you who will hear this, and when this is played, more than likely this will be played on a Sabbath day in the very, very near future. And when it does, then those of you who hear it, you'll be able to, put your questions in there and in the room, and we'll discuss it on the Q&A after this session. Like I said, this lasts a little over 4 hours. And those of you who hear it, who won't be in the room, wherever you hear it, wherever you're in the world, you listen to it, and then you have the number here at Yah Righteousness, and so you can always call again, and the number is 773-874-0325, 773-874-0325. More than likely, if you access it, you'll be on the site, but maybe not, so that's why I'm giving out the number. But you can call, and if you side up with what he says or what have you, if you got some questions about it, okay? So you listen to it. And again, this is a conversation that took place December 25th, 2011. And like I said, we just got the copy, as this person told me, because he wanted to record the conversation. And he told me, he was going to record it and he would make a CD copy for me and bring it to me. But like I said, he didn't bring it for 2 years. Okay? So with that, you listen, and we'll talk in the future. For Yah Righteousness, Jerusalem, and the Holy See, Yah bless.